So when I first started teaching writing all those years ago, I did things the traditional way, and I would ask my clients what they thought about certain issues to help them get the raw content that we could then formulate. But I was finding that they were actually saying, oh, well, I don't really know what I think about that. Or they would know exactly what they thought and then still have trouble getting it down on paper. So I knew that there were some kind of blocks there. And as luck would have it, I was studying for a diploma in lyric writing at the time at Berklee College of Music. And one of the things I had learned was called object writing, which is a technique that songwriters use to get raw materials for their songs. And it was invented by one of the professors there, Pat Pattinson, and it meant that a songwriter could turn up at the studio, do this technique, and actually get images and ideas and whole song lyrics that they could then use. So I decided to teach this to my students because it really skyrocketed my creativity, and the results were amazing, and people who were getting C grades were finding they were just excelling in writing and going up to A grades, and people could finally just get what they wanted to get out on the page and feel really free with their writing. Since then, I've taught object writing to staff at multinational companies as part of business writing training programs. I've taught it at blogging conferences and in small living rooms, as part of creative writing workshops. And the results are the same. Everyone who does it are shocked at how something that seems so simple can have such a big effect on their writing. So one of the key things that my clients thank me for is that I finally enable them to see and believe that they can write after years or maybe even a lifetime of thinking that they weren't very good at it. And even if you are a writer and you know that you are pretty good at it, you'll no doubt have some doubts and fears, because we all do. And some of these fears may have been pre-programmed in you since, the age of 5, when you first started putting pen to paper and a teacher came along and started, putting red marks all over your work. And especially if those kinds of criticisms or comments were all about your grammar and not about your self-expression. So one of the best things you can do for your writing is to start walking and writing together. Walking and thinking and writing go hand in hand, because when you stride out on the pavement and map out your steps, it really helps you to map out your thoughts at the same time. So today's challenge is about getting in the alpha zone, and that's the energy state where you feel alert but relaxed, and where things just flow and everything seems pretty easy. So your task today is to deliberately put yourself into this alpha state by doing a walking meditation where you walk and write on the go, and I will give you specific instructions for how to do this. So keep writing, keep learning, keep sharing, and thank you so much for joining me.